You know when guys are always like, oh, girls don't like nice guys, and nice guys never win. Well, I know how the nice guys feel now. I know exactly how they feel.
I agree with this, and all my friends say it, that guys just don't approach anymore. Like in the past, maybe a guy would approach and come up to them, ask for the number. Once in a while it happens for me, but of course, like, not as much as previously. And obviously, a guy can literally open up his Instagram app, search up girls in the city that he's in, go like a bunch of their photos on each of their pages. So you go on like 20 really pretty girls' pages, and then eventually one might follow back or like some photos back. And that is a hell of a lot easier for a guy and way less amount of rejection than to go up to a girl on the street. But if a guy is coming up to you on the street, and even if you're not interested in him, thank him and be kind, because it does take a lot of nerve to go up to someone and do that. And I do believe that real men still approach.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
Women, it's so hard to find a man nowadays.
Nope.
Also women.
Nope. 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 No. Nope. No. No.
I once waited up for a guy who was 5 hours late for a date and then proceeded to go on another date with him later. Like, no joke, he texted me, said he wanted to go out together. So I get all ready, and then I'm like waiting to hear where we're gonna meet. Then an hour passes, and then 2 hours pass. At which point I thought that was, okay, now I can probably text him and be like, hey, where are we planning to meet? What's going on? To which I don't receive a response. And then I start to get tired. So I literally lay in bed in my outfit, because I'm like, well, he might text me and then I will go out. Fell asleep, woke up at 11 p.m. to still no text response. And I finally decide to take my makeup off and go to bed. Then I get a call at 12:30. He got sidetracked with some friends and forgot. And I later went on another date with this guy. So, like, sure, this guy had a lot of audacity to behave this way. But more importantly, I was the one tolerating that behavior.
It says that the majority of men are bare minimum bums, and that's all women have to choose from. This is hands down one of my most common comments from men when we discuss men doing the bare minimum or less than the bare minimum. And they always love to say, well, then pick better men. Why do you keep marrying these bums? Naturally, completely disregarding the fact that the bum behavior is the men's fault, not the woman's fault, but I digress. But what it also says is that there are so few above bare minimum men to choose from. Women have to lower their standards so far down because that's all that there is. Those are the choices. And because society continues and has told women for centuries that they need to grow up, get married, and have babies, that doesn't leave us with a whole lot of choices. Thankfully, however, now women and younger generations of women are understanding that this bare minimum behavior is no longer going to be accepted or tolerated. That's why we're seeing a rise of single, childless women and a rise of lonely, single men. See how things are turning a little bit here. Women are tired of listening to society's bullshit expectations that they need to settle down, get married, and have children with mediocre men. And they are now saying, nope, not going to do that. I'm not going to settle for below bare minimum when I don't have to. I can go to work. I can live by myself. I can travel. I can be happy alone and childless. I don't have to sift through the sad pool of below bare minimum men and accept that. They don't have to do that anymore. But for a lot of women currently married, they did. Because for a long time, women couldn't even open their own checking accounts. They couldn't even file for divorce. They didn't know that it was okay to expect more than the bare minimum because society normalized bare minimum behavior for men. So no, there wasn't a whole lot of good men to choose from. So pair the lack of good men to choose from with society's expectations of having to settle down and have children, what you get is a saturated pool of shitty men. Hope this helps.
I don't think I can stand to hear one more "where are all the good guys" posts. Honestly, I can't. It just seems like the dumbest question ever. The nice guys are right there in front of you. They're right there. But you are doing exactly what you say you don't want done to you. You're being judgmental and superficial, living in some fantasy world and expecting perfection. But are you perfect? But just like you don't want to be judged for the shape of your nose or the size of your boobs or what size dress you wear or any of that other shit, you have no problem turning around being like, he's too tall, he's too short, he's got a couple extra pounds, or one eye is bigger than the other, or his teeth are spaced too far apart. You're fucking doing the exact same thing that you don't want done to you. And that is why you can't find the good guys. 'Cause they're still above you.
Distance is the only answer to disrespect. Don't react. Don't argue. Don't dive into drama. Simply remove your presence. When you step away from disrespectful situations or individuals, you protect your emotional well-being. It allows you to maintain your inner calm and avoid being drawn into unnecessary conflict. Distance communicates that you have boundaries and expect to be treated with respect. It sends a clear message that disrespectful behavior is not acceptable. Reacting to disrespect can often escalate a situation, leading to further conflict. By choosing distance, you prevent the situation from getting worse. Sometimes creating distance gives the other party an opportunity to reflect on their behavior. They may come to understand the consequences of their actions and make amends. Remember, removing yourself from a disrespectful situation is a powerful act of self-care and self-respect. It doesn't mean you are weak. It signifies your strength in prioritizing your well-being and maintaining your dignity.